We can't be stopped.
We will continue to hop. Wait, it's not Easter. What does one do? What's a verb for
A verb.
October month?
Oh, carve?
Wow.
Maybe not.
As a pumpkin today, I would rather not be carved.
Mm.
But if you must, then
So are you canonically a pumpkin today?
I mean, it's what I just I don't know. There's a lot of pumpkins going around.
Yeah.
In this room right now.
In this crazy world. Mid-October.
I don't know. Maybe I'm like a furry, but I'm a pumpkin. You know. Maybe that's Mid-October.
Mid-October. Where's the time gone?
I have no idea. Do you know what you're doing for Halloween yet?
No, I dread to think about it, to be honest, because time is slipping away.
It is.
You know what? I was in Portugal for Carnival because I had a Portuguese friend. I still do. I still do have a Portuguese friend, but I haven't seen them in a while. And I regret to this day we had to get, because we couldn't pack costumes there because we were doing hand luggage. And I regret to this day not buying the giant pencil sharpener costume. And going as a giant pencil sharpener.
Sometimes you just have to. It's rough.
It's rough. So I don't know. Do they still sell that? Is that still an option?
All right, here we go again. Weird things that I have Googled in the name of the stream: pencil sharpener costume.
No, I'm not seeing it. I'll be honest.
I'm seeing it. It's Halloween costume. I don't know what this website is. It's cut off.
Have you got like a bearded chap who's got a pencil?
Yep.
No,
Yep.
it wasn't.
It
wasn't that. It just wasn't.
It?
No. There was no pencil. It was just.
They don't make them like this anymore.
A big pencil sharpener. I just saw it and I thought, like, there's just no context to which that would be relevant.
Well, what if your partner was a pencil?
That's true.
That would be abusive. I feel like.
Yeah,
that
true.
would
Actually,
be
maybe it's
kind of questionable.
I don't know. Are you hurting the pencil, or are you like?
Yeah, I guess you're
aiding it
sharpening
through?
it, so you're helping it. But in the end, you'll have helped it so much that there's nothing left of it.
It's like your partner is, they're blunt. They're not feeling their best self, and then you're like, we've only got so many sharpens in our lives, but we need them, And so, you get your point. You get your point back.
Much to ponder.
Much to ponder. I think it could work. I'm guessing a giant pencil costume is easier to source than a pencil sharpener costume.
Yep. Unless, you could always make it out of boxes. Do you still have any cardboard boxes?
Oh, we've always got
hand?
cardboard boxes. I don't know if they'll be big enough though.
I just use some tape, and if you use that silvery Scotch tape, then it would just be better because it would be the right color.
The silvery Scotch tape.
Yeah, or duct tape, I guess. The one that's like.
I know the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
Or I could go as a ruler, or a. I don't know.
Is someone else gonna go as the pencil case?
Yeah, maybe. I'm kind of liking this idea. I quite like contextless. I don't know, stuff that really has no.
You could always go as a fairy door.
Fairy door. Or Rachel could go as the stump, and I could go as the door. I don't know how that
so
would
then
work.
in all pictures you have to stand in front of her.
Yeah, exactly.
But which are you taller?
I am.
Because then the door just surpassed.
That's the irony of it all, though. that's why it works. No, I don't know.
It just works.
It just works. Yeah, it's drawing in. I don't know how long. Oh, we've only got like 2 weeks. I don't even know if we'll do it. To be, I don't know. Well, it will have happened by the next stream. So The answers will be on the table.
Are you telling me that I will be dressing up for the next stream, but no one else will be?
I don't know. Did we agree on anything? I was going to wear a
No.
gnome hat or something.
But I may or may not have gotten a hat for my birthday as
Did
a
you?
joke gift, and it works. So-
Is it what we were
So,
talking about in the in the?
no,
Okay.
it's unrelated,
Okay,
unfortunately.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I should try something then.
Yeah.
I
There
went
are many
into
hats.
I went into Asda the other day, and you have to walk through their Halloween aisle, and
You have to.
they had a skeleton. I don't know what it was. It was like a cat or a rat, and it was just going, "Oh yeah!" on loop. And I just thought, I don't
like a plushie that speaks. kind
no,
of thing?
it was like plastic. It was flashing, and it had this really raspy voice, and it was just saying, "Oh yeah."
Oh no!
I don't know
Are
why,
you
I
going
just
to put
thought
it
it was
outside
so-
your house?
I was just
Is
so
that
just
kind
thought it
of
was so
a-
funny. I don't know what you do. I don't know why it was saying that. I don't know why it was a rat. It was like something with a tail. I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
Can you take some footage if you go back?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, maybe I
Thank
should.
you. Yeah.
I don't know
must see it.
if it had just gotten stuck on a setting or something.
I hope that's how it's supposed to be.
But did you ever get that as a kid? You like buy a toy and you didn't realize it had a voice box, and then it would have these like really strange, really odd lines.
Yeah,
that it would
well, I
say.
mean, this isn't a voice box with lines, but there was once a time where I had a weird noise coming from my bedroom, or I would be trying to sleep, and then there's like this weird, like, kind of creepy noise. It turns out, yes.
Was it sort of vocal, or was it like was it like things moving?
It could be considered a little bit vocal, but maybe not on purpose. So it's never supposed to be a vocal thing. However, we later came to find that it was a Bratz convertible car in my closet that had a radio
Yeah.
where a song would play. But because it had kind of, it had ran its time, the song, or maybe the battery needed to be changed. The song was very, like, distorted and sad sounding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, after a while of being unsure of what was going on.
Do you know why it
was the
decided
Bratz
to start
Carnival.
playing?
No, that's the mystery.
That's
It
the
could have been the
mystery.
fairies.
Could have been.
Hi Ashley,
Hi,
welcome
Ashley.
in. How are you?
We definitely had toys that would transition into baritone over their service.
It's just a new era for them.
Do you have a in Norway? Do you have like a fireworks? Do you have like a fireworks kind of event?
Like a New Year's.
No, like a 4th of July or a week, because we have bonfire night.
Right, you mean like a national day?
I suppose New Year's would kind of
celebration.
count, but I feel like everybody has New Year's. Yeah.
Well, we don't do fireworks on our national day. We just eat ice cream. Yeah. No fireworks.
Oh, okay. We've got bonfire night coming
There are
up.
drunk teenagers.
Okay,
so-
sure, yeah. But do you not have like, I guess on New Year, but yeah, probably on New Year's you have this. Like,
Yeah, that's.
But like they have those you go outside at 11 p.m. or whatever, and there's someone selling like really annoying spinny flashy things.
Yeah.
Um,
What are they called? Like here they're called like
they have a
shooting
name, do
stars.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. They must have a name in English too. Spinny dudes.
I feel like it's more of I can't really picture one specific product though. It's more like a genre of Instead of
Oh,
annoying
okay.
flashy objects that kids go
Oh, maybe
crazy
we're not
for.
thinking of the same thing.
Maybe not. Flashy dudes.
See, I'm thinking of something that looks kind of like an incense stick, but instead of being incense, it's like
Ooh.
a sparkly, like
Uh-huh.
you set it a flame and it starts sparkling, and then it goes all the
Oh
way
no,
down
that's more
to-
of an actual firework itself, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
no,
what I'm
I mean
kind
like
of-
a piece of plastic, you know.
Right.
It's a toy.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Can you can you draw a representation?
Can I? I don't know. I'll see if I can find a
No
picture.
reference.
If I just go like UK bonfire night toys, there's probably like. Surprised there isn't anything.
Bonfire merch.
Okay, I found like a little girl with a. Oh, hang on. Okay, this is like an example
All right.
of something I could see being sold among the choice. So it's like it's like this annoying thing where you push a button and then it starts spinning, and there's like loads of colors.
You mean the K-pop ones?
I mean, maybe. But that every time you go out on like bonfire night or New Year's, there's just like kids just running around with just like really annoying plastic, and some of them have these like songs that play, but like really through really tinny speakers.
Of course. Yeah.
And they're all just like destined for landfill.
Yep. It's sad when you get to that age where you just look at things and you go, "Yep,
I feel like
that's where that's gonna end up."
if I ever do have a kid, I'm not looking forward to like reasoning with them about like, because I remember as a kid, like I wouldn't. I mean, my parents did cave and bought me a few of it. Like I owned a few in my time. Or maybe like we'd go out with an uncle and then the uncle would buy it or something like that, because they were trying to be cool. Because my mum was quite strict on that kind of thing. But you'd end up with some of them. I don't know how. But yeah, I just don't. Like telling your kids, oh, actually, we should control our wants and consider what we really need in life when they really just want this sort of like big flashy object. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe there has to be a middle ground where you can get them a flashy object that's biodegradable.
I don't know if that exists. I mean, my parents would always say like, write it down and we'll get it for you for your birthday. But that just like didn't work because you want it now, don't you? When you're a kid, you don't have like that perception of I don't know, the passing of time. Do you know that experiment where they like give kids marshmallows, and the kids they're told like, if you don't eat this marshmallow, you'll get another marshmallow in an hour.
I don't, but that's interesting.
Do you think you as a kid, do you think you would have?
I would have
passed
held
the
on
test?
to it.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Are you the kind of child that would, I think it depends if you're an only child or siblings.
Do you think?
I find that siblings, or like with, when there's a bowl of candy, will you go for the one that you like the most first because you want to make sure you like get that one, or do you want to save the best for last? I think that's kind of and I feel like I'm a save the best for last kind of person.
Okay.
But with my cousins who are siblings and are competitive, it was always like, first come, first serve. So
I was definitely, as a kid, my brother would always eat, when we like had a meal, he would always eat all of the Brussels sprouts and cabbage first, and then have the cheesy meats or whatever, the tasty
I think
stuff.
that's the way you're supposed to go about it, like nutritionally as well.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't know.
But I was definitely a kid. I like to think I would have passed the marshmallow test, but I think as a kid, I definitely, I was definitely the kid
How
that
long
ate.
does it go for?
I don't think it's that long. I don't think it's that long. I'll have a quick look. Marshmallow. There's all kinds of kids. Here we go. 1972 experiment. 15 minutes is the original.
That's not so bad.
I don't really know what it proves. I think it proves a lot per child, but I don't know if there's like, I don't know if there's something to be taken away from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to think I would have been the kid who would have held on to them.
You would definitely have been.
Do you think?
It's yeah.
I was that kid though, like again with like adverts on TV for like kids stuff. I remember I used to watch every advert and I'd just be like, I need that, just like every single thing on TV. And I'd completely lose interest the next day. But you know,
Yeah, of course. I mean,
yeah,
TV Shop was a channel for entertainment, right? Not for selling you things. It was...
I think there's better laws, at least in the UK. Like I think you can't even have cartoon characters advertise cereal now. Because I mean, we used to have like serialized cartoons, like the Cocoa Puffs monkey would like get into some ordeal, and you had to like keep watching to figure out what he'd do next in the next advert.
Viewer retention.
Yeah, exactly. Hi Sparrow. I hated marshmallows as a kid, so I would have gotten the second one and left both. Oh dear. Yeah, I guess. But you have to spin it, don't you? What's something you did like as a kid, and just apply that.
I mean, the new thing or version of that now is the like, will you take the $50 or give it to the next person, double it and give it to the next person?
Oh sure. But then it will never actually come round to you, will it? You're giving up your own satisfaction for someone to have more satisfaction, I guess.
Yeah.
So slightly different. But it would be interesting to see how
how do you know that
kids...
it's going to be more satisfaction for them?
Yeah,
Maybe
true.
they see $100 as nothing, and you see 50 as a lot.
But it's a risk.
Yeah.
$50? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I would do if someone did that to me in the street. Again, I'd like to think I'd pass it on, but I think most people are probably just embarrassed because they're like caught off guard. And I think,
yeah,
I think if you went up to most people in the street and just went, "Here's $50, take it," I think most people would hesitate.
Yeah, because it immediately...
They think, what am I getting into? Yeah. I suspect if they like sat down and like read the terms of service and understood that like the money was theirs, if they took it right there and then and there was no strings attached, I think more people would do it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a whole epidemic, the whole like filming in the street kind of thing.
Well, yeah, people say that, but I don't think I've ever encountered it. I remember I saw for the first time like someone posing, like a fitness model in the middle of Bristol, and they had someone taking photos of them in the middle, and I just remember thinking, oh, that's of course this has to be happening somewhere, right? Like someone's taking these photos. But yeah, I've not been stopped in the street and interviewed or seen people doing it. So I don't know.
Yeah, thankfully. Hi, Sammy.
Hi, Sammy. But yeah, I've seen all the like videos of people making fun of the people doing it, and I don't know, like the very first "What song are you listening to?" was kind of cute, wasn't it? But that was years ago.
Yeah, now it's been done.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd always know the answer to that. I feel like I'd have to look at my... Do they often look at their iPods when they... Or, sorry, not iPods. Do they often look at their phones?
Sometimes they don't, and that amazes me because...
I mean, if it was a song like... Because some people just listen to like playlists of their favourite songs, I mean, which I do as well, but...
yeah.
I could kind of see that.
But then, what if it's Discover Weekly Day?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think more often I'm like listening to an album and I just wouldn't know the name of like every song. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you ever, you're walking down the street and you're just like, you're picking songs based on hoping someone's going to stop you and ask you? Right. It's a bit like, has it got a name where you decide what to be reading on the metro just to like make sure that you're giving a good impression
to everyone? You're perceived in the right way.
Yeah. That kind of thing. Music was safe until now. I know they sold Harry Potter books and they would like really adult covers, at least not adult as in like graphic, but like to make the covers look like it was.
Is that why?
I believe so. Yeah, so people could read them on the bus and like feel like they weren't reading a kid's book.
Really interesting.
In the UK, at least. I don't know if it was elsewhere. Because I know there's like American covers and UK covers and things.
Yeah.
I still think it's really funny that the Americans call it. What do they call the first book? The Sorcerer's Stone? Because apparently Americans don't know what a philosopher is. Just think that's so funny that someone decided that.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Or that it would confuse them. Like, even as a kid, I didn't know what a philosopher was when I was like, when I was 5. But it was okay, you know, I survived.
no. How could you live if you don't know what everything is when you're 5?
I don't know, yeah, just a really strange decision.
It's almost as if like contextual, or contextuality is a thing.
UK covers better than the US covers. I remember I saw some article comparing them the other day because I didn't know it was a thing. I think the US covers are a lot more like, well, hey, aren't they? They're a little bit more.
What?
Yeah, they're a bit more kind of them
I
having a
think
great
with
time.
books in general, I want to say US covers are generally. Well, you know what it is? It's because US books are floppier.
Really?
They're easier to read. Yes, UK
Ah.
books are so stiff that you have to break them. But the US ones just kind of like, they just flop open. And I think that's huge.
I wonder, are they like cheaping out on, on material? I don't
No, I
know.
think it's just the different type. Trying to see if I have any floppy books versus non next to me.
US version is Sorcerer's Stone, which always confused me as a kid. Were you used to Philosopher's Stone? And welcome in, Neandoodles. Hardcovers are so expensive in the US. They're definitely more expensive in the UK as well. I don't know if they're.
Yeah, and then in the US and Canada, apparently they come out with hardcovers the first year and then they do paperbacks.
I
So you
think
have to buy
I
the
think that's the
hardcover.
same in the UK as well. I think that's conventional. I'm not sure though. Vaguely recall being told that.
Okay, well this is a UK edition of Sharp Objects, but it has some flop to it. It's not the worst UK I have seen, but it's when you open it, you kind of have to like. Oh, I just broke it. That's
oh no,
triggering. No, but
yeah.
I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna do it. But like some of them are hard to open fully, so they're kind of like, if you don't want to break the spine. But then like this one, you can already see that it's got more flop to it.
Okay.
So actually, this is not a great example. It's still a little bit.
Do you think there's a unit to measure floppiness?
I think so. I think
How
it's
would
important.
you?
I think we should make it more of a thing.
I wonder how you would measure that. How much of the book is touching?
I wonder if it's like the type of paper that causes it. I mean, obviously the cover is different as well, like the fabric of the cover. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it's something about it. It's more enjoyable to hold. Something. Something I've noticed.
Je ne sais quoi.
Unfortunately, here it's just the UK covers that we get. So sometimes I, go a little bit above and beyond and order something with shipping.
I mean, I guess with a lot of things, you'd have to get the UK version. I'm assuming. Or are they just nicer?
No, it's just like, for example, here that's what they stock.
Thanks, Adrienne, in the YouTube chat, which I do have open.
Hey.
We're doing this is gonna be we've got I can't remember what they're called now. It's something like stump cottage, stump house or home, and then we're doing the stump villa. That's so the stump home to end all homes. Could it be glue and the gluing process is different?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
That would make sense, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
think it depends on publishing house as well, but yeah.
Well, the Garden Path book, I think, has a minimal flop. I think, which I believe were printed in Italy.
Oh, well, I would say, hold on, I have it.
Here we go. I'm thinking 3.3 flops, gigaflops. Is that a song? She's Italian?
A 3.3 out of what? 10?
Oh, it's an infinite scale.
Oh, an infinite.
Maybe, I don't
Well,
know.
you may be surprised to learn that
No. Don't tell me.
the Garden Path, the
Mm.
Gardener's Journal, it does in fact flop.
Oh, I'm sure it flops. I'm not saying it doesn't flop, but I feel
Well,
like
I
it's-
mean, I would say it's fairly floppy. If you open it, it doesn't need, well, it could be broken a little bit more, but
Mhm.
this is also now a showcase of what you can expect if you already own it from the Kickstarter. But yeah, it's got good flop on it.
But I feel like do you think it's I'm not saying it's gonna have no flop, but
No.
I'm saying how does it compare to an American? That's what I'm curious.
Right. Well, do I have any books that are in the same format? It's pretty big compared to a regular book.
Is it?
Yeah, I think compared to an American one, it has significant flop. I think that it's only one flop away from.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, I think this can't qualify as a UK book. I'm sorry.
Do you think? That's so interesting. I'd need to get another.
I mean, you
It's the
see
only
on the
book
back,
I've
it
got.
doesn't have any like UK pricing or anything. It's
No.
just it's minimalist.
Minimal. Oh yeah. Beautifully designed. Is it available outside of the Kickstarter? It was. We've kind of essentially they've been down. They're by my feet, and they have been for like 2 years since the Kickstarter. I've got I think we've got about 30. I think some of them are going to be sent out at launch to people who people who are going to promote it. But then we will have some left over, and I think we'll do some. Maybe do some more prints. I don't know. It seems a shame that they're just like by my feet in boxes.
I think we should do more prints.
We keep saying to we could sell them, and it was well received. I think the book. It's a nice little object companion piece.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember I don't know what they would go for though. I can't remember what you do for, how you scale up books. In terms of profit margins, because I know how much they cost to manufacture. They weren't super cheap to manufacture.
Yeah, because they are a little bit fancier than
We
just.
we got that recycled stock. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
No landfills here.
No. We got the I can't remember what they called it. The cover has it's called like orange skin or something. I think they just rolled
Yeah,
like some kind of dotted thing over it. Makes it seem like it's got like little dimples.
Yeah. Texture.
Texture. We were talking about doing a second edition, but we'd have to gauge the interest. I think it's not something I want to leap into.
Yeah. Oh, the little stairs.
That's kind of what I was going for. I screwed up. So that is just okay. I just need to flatten that. Okay, late management done. And I've got so many enamel pins. I feel like
Oh my
I
god,
don't know if
they're
people
so
want.
cute.
I've got absolute sacks of enamel pins because we have to do a minimum order on those.
I can find her. Oh, I got it. It's on my jacket though, so you're gonna have to deal with it being crowded. But does it show up? But oh, she's kind of. Hold on. Let me just save this mug from death. There she is.
Just about, yeah, right in the middle there. Molly.
Yeah.
Molly the garlic. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to sell those with the because again I've also got like bags of the printed postcards as well. So, and that is we did that bundle for the Kickstarter. We did the pin with the postcards, I think. So
Yeah. That would be nice. I would like that. I mean, it would be nice if there was a way to do it just like on demand, so that it wouldn't have to go through you, kind of thing. I don't know if
yeah, I know what you mean.
I wasn't involved for the manufacturing process, but I know some websites do that where you can just have merch available and they'll make it and do it instead of buying like 150 pins.
Limited edition though, Fern. We gotta.
Yeah, that's true.
Got
Marketing.
to, yeah, create that supply and demand. I've really screwed up this log. I don't know where I'm going with this. Bear with me, folks.
See, at first I thought you were going for having like a log passage between the two.
That is
but,
what I'm
you know,
doing.
not, but yeah, of course, but not like in the on top of it, but like inside of. So it'd be a hallway in the house itself.
Oh, okay. What do you think? I think.
But now
want
you
the
get the detail of the
yeah,
stairs,
you get to see
which
the
is nice.
stairs. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that I imagined when you made the little on the shorter one, there's like a little mini. So I was thinking of a staircase going, you know, around the log kind of upwards. But
Ooh, I was gonna do
out.
like a staircase like this to a door.
Ooh.
But sorry, you meant like wrapping round? Because that could be kind of cool.
I meant if it started on that little platform that you have on the side.
It starts there. Just trying to... I can't quite picture what you can picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I need to remove the existing details? Is that kind of to envision it?
Because what you could have is like you have a staircase. Because the door will be in the front no matter what. Yeah, so I guess I was just thinking like it would be a path diagonally up.
I mean, they need to get to the log up top here anyway. So maybe it would make sense that it comes to the door, but then it also leads off this way.
Unless you wanted to have the door be more on the right side and kind of lower.
On the right side, maybe.
Oh.
Many options. We won't be seeing the residents of these fairy doors, I'm afraid.
Don't worry, I'll mod them in.
But maybe one day.
Anything that Louis says, no, that won't be in the game. I just go,
Fern's gonna mod in.
As far as you know.
See, I'm still trying to make the game Louis compatible, let alone modder compatible, so we'll need to wait for that.
Let me see if I can I'm gonna grab a bootleg screenshot of this and go into Paint and show you my path that I had in my brain. Pencil, no, that's terrible. Oh boy. Why is it so difficult to use Paint?
Hasn't there been a big
Why
update to
is it
Paint
like this?
recently?
Right? It looks nice. It looks
Yeah.
like it should be a lot smoother of a process.
I got the
but-
new
oh,
Paint?
brushes. Oh,
I
brushes.
heard there's layers now. Can't see them in
Yeah,
my...
there is.
I don't know if I have that yet. Hmm.
Uh, hmm. And I'm being humbled right now. All right. Oh, wait, hold on.
What drawing program are we in? I'm only really familiar with Procreate. Photoshop is scary and intimidating. This is Krita. I think it's Krita. Which is open source and free. So give it a go. I think if you find Photoshop intimidating, I think it's somewhere in between the two. I don't think it's like... I do find Photoshop is quite... I mean, it's really made for photo editing. And there's probably more tools than a...
That's true. Photoshop isn't that. I
Someone
mean,
just playing
everyone
around.
uses it, but
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I started my digital art excursion on Photoshop.
Yeah.
But
Procreate seems very good though. It seems like they're kind of
yeah, I've never used it, but my understanding is it's quite sort of, it's made for artists as opposed to,
repurposed.
yeah.
I've
But so is
sent you my
Krita.
terrible
Okay.
interpretation, by the way. There's 2 different door options. I
Oh.
just put them in there. But anyway, that's the stair direction I was thinking. But
So,
and then some very terrible fencing on the little platform because it could be a cute little.
okay.
I don't know. It's weird how I'm not the lead artist for this game. Huh?
It
I don't know what happened.
makes
there,
sense. It makes sense. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, I don't know how much sense the door makes, but
I think I prefer. I think I want the door, or I'm going to put the door, but I think it would be cool. I think it would read better, yeah, if we did do your idea for the stairs here.
yeah,
I think so.
put me in the credits a second time.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Fairy door coordinator.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's the move.
Could be the move.
Could be the move. Gonna find out.
And I mean, who knows? Maybe the door is even meant to be on the taller one. Where's the real entrance?
True. Yeah, I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far. Figure it out.
Yeah. Creative director is definitely the title I would pursue in my life. Vaguely puts out ideas and
I feel like
makes creative things happen.
my dream is to basically be Rick Rubin, who's just like, if for those who don't know, is like, he's like credited on like every album from the 90s, and all he was is just a guy who just knew a lot about music, and you would just play him some music and he just listened to it and be like, I don't think he could play any instruments. He's got a huge beard, famous for his beard, and all he had is his impeccable taste. And he just told
That's
people
cool.
like, yeah, that's the dream. I I think he would be credited as producer, but I don't. And I think, to be fair, he did produce, but he was mainly just there as like a vibes guy.
Can
Yeah,
I be credited as an absolute vibe?
absolute vibe. But yeah, I mean, even creative director sounds like kind of a cool job.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't know how much work. I guess you do a lot of reviewing other people's work, do you? I don't know. I have no idea, honestly.
I have no idea,
would
but
involve.
it's a very vague title that could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think.
I imagine it's
What?
like you've got a bunch of people fresh out of university who are all trying to like coddle you, and make
Yeah.
you know, and you're there sort of like, it's not magical enough. More magic.
Hi, Aster. More energy, more passion, more footwork.
Wrong account.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Finji themselves are here right now.
Don't worry, Kenny will be here with the wrong account any second now. It's just a matter. It's
Kenny's
not an,
actually on vacation.
it's not an if,
so-
it's when. Oh, okay.
If they show up today, then they're banned.
Good to know.
Hi,
Hi, Esther.
Aster was actually the creative director on my tweet today, so that's
Oh yeah, I was being
funny.
I was being told. I'd love to be an artist for animation or games, but my digital art has got to level up a bunch. That's okay. As with anything, it's just, you know, it's just doing practice.
Yeah.
Draw rocks. That's always my my advice.
More rocks.
More rocks.
You
People
gotta study the form.
People aren't drawing enough rocks.
Send tweet. That's the controversial posting that you were talking about for your
Yeah,
which platform was that on that you were gonna be controversial?
on Mastodon.
On Mastodon.
It's my hot. I don't think I've ever posted anything controversial in my life. I've only vented once on social media and it got absolutely no engagement, so I thought I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't know if anyone saw the tweet, but I was getting really annoyed because I haven't got as many now, maybe because of the tweet, but people would email me, which I love. I love it when people email me. And they'd often be like, can I have some feedback for this thing that I drew or some art or something? And I always try my best to like respond in full and in kind, you know, as quick as I can. And then people never get back to me, and I always just feel like it's like, I don't know, just even if it's just a "K, thanks, man." I don't know, just send something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wonder if. I just hope I didn't like say anything that, you know, like, because I tend to give, you know, what's the whole like, what do they call it, like a compliment sandwich or something, or a criticism sandwich, where you give a compliment and then you say, here's what you could change, and then another compliment at the end, you know. So I try and,
Yeah.
you know, I do my best to, because at the end of the day, if you're asking for feedback, I'm making it sound like I'm like really ripping into them. I don't think I ever was.
Terrible person for giving them what they asked for.
Well, this is it. Maybe people are emailing me expecting me to be like, you know, oh my god, this is the, you know,
I'll hire you. Right now
I'll
on the
hire you right
spot.
away. And you know, people are sending me good stuff. You know, it's not like they're not. But you know, if you're asking for feedback, I'll give feedback, and I love giving feedback. But yeah, I just wish. And it's not everybody, but it's, to be fair, it's more often than not I don't get a response back.
Do you think they just kind of send it out to a bunch of people and then they?
I never thought of that actually. Maybe.
Because that's the scenario I could imagine where they don't get back to anyone because there's so much, but they kind of just like take all of the feedback and run away with it. I don't know.
We did when we hired for a position to for someone to sort of populate the game's world, putting trees down and flora and whatnot. We had a lot of applications, and I had to send all the emails out basically saying, if they hadn't got the job, you should always you should always tell someone if they haven't gotten the job. That's like classic 101, isn't it? Hiring. But then I also said, because I've heard this is good, where you would you like any feedback on your application? Sort of thinking maybe one or two people would say yes. And oh my god, I think almost everybody said yes, please. And I spent so many evenings, like I would just finish up for the day on the garden path and then just get my laptop out and then just like write up all this feedback for people, which I enjoyed doing, but it was a lot. Not everybody got back to me saying like, to be fair, I wouldn't expect everybody to get back to me for that, but yeah, I wasn't quite prepared how many people wanted feedback.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I can't see myself not offering that in the future. I feel like that's like, I don't know. Maybe if they do ask, I do it.
I think that's
maybe I shouldn't offer
better
it.
idea.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
'Cause you need some you time as well.
it was a
Can't
bit
be
too
serving
much.
The people.
It was a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, but the people who did respond were like, really, really grateful. So I was happy for that.
Yeah.
I feel like it was
definitely.
the right thing. It was the very first time I'd ever done anything like that. So you live and learn. It's time to add the fern stairs. I feel like it would be fun. I feel like it'd be really fun to do like a stream where people like send in art and then I like talk about their art, because I feel like I quite enjoy doing that. But I don't know how like I could just like it would be critical. But I don't think I'm like Simon Cowell, like you really gotta shape up your because I had this recently. There was something, I was on a forum and someone asked for feedback, because I used to be on the Krita forum and I used to give feedback, and often I'd do the sandwich, and I don't think people would always take it the best way. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Well,
but I'm exactly the same. Like, you put something out there and you think it's like the greatest thing, and then people go, "Oh, this is great," but have you considered this? And you kind of deep down, you're like, "Oh, I was kind of hoping they would just say it was the best thing they'd ever seen in their lives." So I'm guilty of it too.
I used to watch a YouTube channel called Istabrak a lot when I was younger, and I was like, into
What's it called?
art more. Istabrak.
I'm guessing what it's called.
She does or she used to, I don't know what she's doing now, but I think she had like a Patreon thing where, she would teach people art, but she also would do live streams where she would critique her students, like if they did a challenge that they were all doing as a class, then she would pull up a piece and critique it, and then kind of like edit it how she would change it.
Okay.
And I thought that was a really useful way of learning a lot of things. This was more like portraits and stuff. But
that's the other thing. I don't know how qualified I am really. I just think, I don't know, it might not work out. But yeah, I think it is a good way of learning. Like that's kind of what I seek out, looking for other people's critiques. I don't usually send in my own. But you do learn a lot from just seeing, what there is said about other people's work as well. But maybe the fact I'm not like that good at art, it would maybe like democratize the process a little bit. Like, I think that would be the whole thing. It would be like this: we're all in this together,
Yeah, that's how you frame it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I guess you could also do different things. Like, you wouldn't have to necessarily gauge how like realistic somebody made a tree stump, or you know what I mean, because obviously that's not the goal here either. But maybe rather how it is communicated, or I don't know.
Yeah.
If the goal of the thing was Yeah, I guess it depends what the goal of the piece is. So
Yeah, I think that's always the case with any art medium, really, isn't it?
yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what art is. Achieving a goal. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Do we have in our Discord? Do we have like an art thing channel? Unless
Dude,
we
good
yeah, we have arts
question.
and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
That
There
would
was
qualify.
a fan art channel,
Mm,
and I think it got retired
yeah.
because oh no, there is a fan art channel,
Oh.
but yeah, it hasn't been used in 18 months, so which I think is fine. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
quite.
How dare you not consistently make fan art of our game that isn't out yet?
I remember thinking it was a bit. I'm glad there's any fan out there. I remember when it was created, I thought it was a little bit optimistic, but
Yeah.
I'm glad there's anything in there.
Oh, this is really cute.
It's got some cute stuff in there, yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say like if you want to share art without the pressure of it being criticized, you could always share it in the Discord.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't. Yeah, we don't get quite as many arty. There's a lot of gardens, understandably,
Gardens and food.
and food. Yeah, which is is really cool. But yeah, just interesting. So much art. You're very welcome. I feel like we've occasionally seen like knitting or
It's seasonal.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. I'm this close to coming back to crocheting.
I am.
I just need a manic episode. And currently that is being dedicated to tattoos instead.
Okay. Oh yeah, I saw it. Was that recently? I saw on your
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah. It was on Thursday. No, it was on Friday.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't know much about tattoos, if I'm honest. I had a friend who was really into them. How long does it take to kind of like chill out?
2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No, it's not as bad as piercings or anything.
Hmm.
Sir, how can I help? I would bring him here, but he's not a lap cat. He is a desk cat, though.
Oh yeah.
I guess there's that. Yeah.
I'm looking after my.
He has an agenda.
I'm looking after my brother's cat at the moment.
Oh. Nice.
Which I think is so funny because my brother and his girlfriend are very like. I mean, it's really it's his girlfriend's cat, and they treat her like she's this, and she's got this cute little bow, but in reality she's this absolute gangster cat. She's so cool. When we watch Bake Off, we'll be watching it, and the cat flap is like round the corner, and her name is Edie, and she punches the cat flap with her fist to scare off other cats from the garden. And I just like, yeah, get him, Edie. Just such like a. And she's becoming friendlier, because I don't think she was ever a stray, but I think she was always. Like, I don't think she was ever like roughing it, but I think she was kind of living house to house before she was put up for adoption. So I think she does have a rough edge, which I think is cool. But it's the contrast between like how they treat her, between like how she actually is.
Of course. I mean, they're just little babies that could rip you apart if they wanted to.
I was feeding it. She hissed at me for the first time in a long time actually yesterday. I don't know whether you should. Do you pet cats while they eat? I know some cats like it.
Oh, I've always heard to not bother
Not
them.
do it. Okay. Because yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
did. I was basically. I think I was just pet her for too long, and then she was like, "I'm not vibing
Yeah.
with that," which is fine.
Well, that's the good thing is that cats set boundaries.
Yeah,
Imagine
sure.
if we could do that.
But I think it's also bad, like if they're because it's like food aggression, isn't it? I know that's a thing in dogs. I don't know if it's much.
Oh yeah, that's true.
such a
Maybe
thing
that's a way to kind of. Yeah, maybe that's a training thing.
But it's not like I get
Um,
near her and she's like, get away
Yeah.
from me.
So it's fair that if she doesn't want to be touched. Well,
Yeah, I think I took it too far. I felt guilty. I was just trying to build up a thing of trust. Like you don't have to be on guard while you're eating, which I don't even know why I needed to do that. Like she's perfectly fine with me now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, give them a pet when you give them the food, and then just let them. Have I got a dog? I don't have a dog. No, but hi Ben. Did I make it sound like I had a dog?
I guess if you came in without having the pre-contexts, maybe.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking after my brother's cat. Is the animal in question. Yeah, no worries.
That's true. No one is petting us while we eat. Hopefully.
Yeah. No, I feel silly now. I shouldn't have done it. Poor Edie.
Yeah.
Just trying to eat her moist, homogeneous meat cubes in jelly.
Questionable.
Why does it all look and smell the same? That's the thing.
Yeah.
I just don't know how that's possible. Especially the
one
salmon.
I
Like
served yesterday was like, I don't know, some sort of fish and chicken mix,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that cannot be good, but okay.
I mean, I think there's this really interesting, like, because animals can just eat more, rougher food than we can, because we've like,
Mhm.
because I remember what's that thing called? Is it paleo, where you like don't cook any of your food? Is that paleo?
Oh, or like just raw.
Yeah, but there's like
Raw
an
food,
argument that we've
or
actually like our
paleo.
bodies have physically evolved to assume that we do like cook and prepare our food because we
Yeah, you can't just like rip apart a steak.
yeah, and like we save so many calories by the fact that our body assumes the food is somewhat predigested,
Yeah.
and somewhat from the heat and the steam. What's the word? Like sanitized. Whereas the other animals, I think they have to do more work to kind of make sure the food is safe. But that means you can kind of feed them like homogeneous meat pastes, and they'll be
Yeah.
okay. And that's why, yeah, dogs can just like, or wolves, I should say, consider to eat raw meat that's been out for a while. Pre-digested has got to be the least appetizing word out there. It's got there's a word where the word sounds like the word, but it's not literally onomatopoeia. Like the word moist sounds moist, doesn't it? I don't know. Does the word pre-digested sound like it's pre-digested? Maybe not. I don't know.
Pre-digested.
Is it onomatopoeia?
I mean-
Maybe that does describe it. I always thought onomatopoeia was like moo. It was like literally the word, or like crash, because it sounds like crash, Whereas moist, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think like moist just sounds moist, but it's not the word. It's not like squelch. Like squelch is. I thought it was
Yes.
onomatopoeia.
That's a descriptive and
Yeah.
experiential word.
My cat had to switch to a kidney support diet recently, and it comes in fish and chicken varieties, and I can't tell the difference. Yes, exactly. Oh, do you think the cat can? That's interesting. Edie just
Yeah.
seems like she literally just absolutely ecstatic whatever's put in front of her. All the cat people something in chat. What's that YouTube channel where the guy like makes fresh sushi for his cats? And they like watch him while he does it.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Edie, like from Mass Effect. I think it's Edie as in Edith Blyton, I think is the is the reference, because a non-nerdy version. I think nerdy in a slightly different way. June's Kitchen, that's it. Yeah. I recommend. Well, I don't know if I recommend it. I think I've seen one of the videos. It's certainly a novelty.
All right. Salt baked sea bream.
It's the fact that cats watch while they do it very patiently. that's the key bit. I think if he was just making fancy food with his cats, it wouldn't be that entertaining. But
Yeah.
gobbles down the chicken, very skeptical about the fish being edible. I think I would be too.
It's very cute. Cats are like this though. They want to be involved in what you're doing all the time. Like if you're doing something fun.
I think Edie just
think
wants
that's
to be in charge of her kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, especially if she goes outside, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But with indoor cats, I mean, they have nothing.
What do
They
indoor
don't have a
cats
lot
do
of-
at night? I was always wondering this. Do they just roam the house? Sort of look at things in the dark?
I guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Ours are kind of domesticated at night, or we have
Mhm.
one of them in the living room / office, and then the other one is on the other side. So they kind of just. I think they're. I don't know, but when we have both on the same side, then it goes badly, and
Right.
like Snip will like lick my mom's face or do silly things at 3 a.m. Of course, they always poop at 3 a.m. As
Mhm.
well. So you have the scratching on the litter box. That's a classic.
That's how you know.
Yeah. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it would be interesting to have like a night camera to see what they actually get up to.
Because I think if I did get a cat, I'd be paranoid about having like a free cat flap, because I know cats like bring in mice, like a live mice, and then just kind of like
Mhm.
drop them off. But then I just don't know what it would do at night. Like it would just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Our neighbors have the cat flap, but the cats can't get back inside. I don't know if it's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, like they can only go out and then they have to be let back in
Okay.
through the door.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
I would.
maybe that's why.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking in my head like, because I've got a friend who does this. The cat sits by the door and meows, and then he lets the cat out. And it winds me up because the cat will go out and then decide immediately it wants to come back in.
Of course, that's what it is.
I feel like,
especially
and I
in
was
winter.
like, yeah, in my head I'd be like, you set a 30-minute timer, like that cat is not getting back in until that time is
Yeah.
up, so that it knows, you got to commit. Maybe it has a
Yeah.
30 second grace period.
That's 100% the most agonizing thing about our life at home here is the balcony door
Uh-huh.
and the absolute menaces that they are when they don't get their will
Hmm.
or their way. Which is, it's fine in summer because you just leave it open
Right.
and they can just do whatever. But in the winter,
They just don't
I
realize
mean,
how cold it is, I guess.
yeah, they don't realize that electricity bills are a thing.
I see, yeah. These tree trunk houses, very small and very far away. They're very small. Is that Dougal? I saw that episode recently of Father Ted. I didn't even realise it was that episode. Just put on a random one. Mine does zombie laps. Oh, zoomy laps. Zombie laps? It just runs around. I feel like, because we sleep with our bedroom door open, I feel like I'll just be hearing that all night.
Yeah.
It would just drive me nuts.
I mean, what's been your experience now? Is she outside at night?
No, I go over to their house twice a day, because it's like
okay, yes.
it's like a 3-minute walk or something.
Right. So she's not actually staying with you guys.
No. I don't know how that would. I know cats are a bit funny. I think she would get used to it, wouldn't she?
Yeah. But I
But
think with outdoor cats, it can be a little bit weird.
okay,
Suddenly moving to,
yeah,
or you always have to when you move to a new place, you kind of have to like slowly get them used to the area so that they don't just like run away or try to go back to the old house.
yeah, I can see that.
So,
Because yeah, I think the adoption process, you have to be like at least 8 miles away or something from the person who owned it. So I think, yeah, exactly that reason.
yeah. Man. I
One,
bought Mass Effect Legendary Edition a while back, and I still haven't touched it.
I do the same thing. Sorry, we're talking about a Modest Mouse album that I've never quite finished. I do the same thing with Mass Effect. I always get I started it from scratch, and then I get about 10% further in it than I did the time before, and then put it down again for 3 years and pick it up again 3 years later. And a lot of people have told me like just start two, like you're not going to miss out on much. But,
Yeah, you're kind of right.
But I don't know. I feel I feel somewhat determined to finish one.
Too stubborn.
And everyone says one's kind of bad, but I kind of enjoy it. I feel like I wish there was a game where it was just running around the Citadel talking to aliens. I feel like that would be a cool game.
Oh, but that's just two though, isn't it?
Is it? There's less.
Or well, no. I mean, there's that Citadel DLC, so that does
Okay.
exist.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Marauder Shields would be disappointed in you both.
I mean, hey, I've played all of them. I just
Haven't touched the new
haven't
one.
replayed it in a while.
Fair enough.
Oh no, because the new one is just a remaster of all of them. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I finished comically few games. I think like Undertale I finished because it's like what 3 hours.
Oh, I don't think my playthrough was 3 hours.
What are you saying? It was shorter than that, or longer?
No, I'm saying it's longer.
Oh yeah, no, I think my first one, to be fair, because I did the whole. You meant to do it like a few times on you. My very first one maybe was like 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
Your first one was Pacifist. Was my first one Pacifist?
Yeah.
I think I did the thing where I accidentally like killed a frog in like the tutorial zone, and so it was officially technically not a pacifist run. And then I did the whole thing again. This was years ago though. I just want to say, if I can say, I was definitely playing Undertale before it was cool. Like, I remember it was this like brand new game that was a bit odd, and I was like, oh, I'll give this a go. I want to give myself points for that, even if it makes me sound like a hipster. Because it just blew up overnight, didn't it? Sensation. That's right, because it was. I remember it came out and it was like the highest rated game on Steam, like the week it came out. And I thought it looked kind of cool. Can't remember the last time I did that with a game. Oh, Owlboy. Did anybody ever play that?
I haven't, but it's from my country.
Is it really? Oh, that's cool. I really respect the guy who made it. I forget his name now. He's a big game dev hero. But I don't think I ever finished it. I think I got close.
Oh, I didn't know Jonathan Gear did the soundtrack. He's all over the place.
Oh, what else has he done? Not familiar with
Cook
his
Serve
name.
Delicious, all of them.
Right, okay.
Which is those are amazing soundtracks. I always say like it's kind of like in the most loving way possible, because I also hate when people go like, oh, this is just this and this, but bye.
Yeah.
But Cook Serve Delicious music has the vibe of like early Sims music and
Okay.
Katamari, which is it's just impeccable. So that's fun. I didn't know that.
What was the?
Oh, I love that he's also done Chef Squad. So he's
he's fully
on a roll with the cooking.
on the roll. He's the guy.
He's the guy to see.
Mass Effect what? Mass Effect, but it is just the romancing part.
Me.
I don't think I ever got into that again, but I haven't played much of it at all. I feel bad, but I've always been told I've gotten further in it than I always think. Combat in 2 and 3 is much more refined. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I did enjoy them all. I'll have to go back to 1 and play a Vanguard that can't charge. I think Vanguard is the one I always pick. Finishing the Ori series. God, I need to finish Hollow Knight. My word.
I need to start it.
Yeah, true. I'm like 85% through that game. Maybe I know there's like a lot to do in it, but I feel like I've almost, uncovered all of the map. I think I'm pretty far through it, and it's just one of those games that I'm so far. I just need to do it. I need to not die every 30 seconds in Hollow Knight. Depends on the zone, I guess. I was quite like Hollow Knight because you could kind of just be like, I'm just going to head this way. It was kind of an exploration game in a way. You get into a new zone and you're like, I know nothing about this zone, and that's okay. I can just kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
But there's not, I don't know, I never quite got that vibe from other games. Need to finish that on Celeste. Yeah, Celeste could be cool. I feel like Celeste, I quite like the Hollow Knight sort of.
Yeah.
Is Celeste a bit like, I kind of associate it with Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Where you kind of do the same
would say
level
it's
over and
more
over
like
and
that.
over again. Whereas I prefer the kind of like, Elden Ring, Hollow Knight vibe where you can kind of go different places and.
I don't know. I think that Celeste has more places, right?
Okay.
But it's more Super Meat Boy
Mm-hmm.
in like the platforming
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I think. But I don't know. I haven't played it.
Struggling to
I
finish.
saw a TikTok of someone who had done like an Elden Ring pixelized platformer kind of thing. Or maybe it wasn't a platform, maybe it was more like a RPG Maker looking, but it was cool. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, I think I'm struggling to finish Spiritfarer because I'm at the part of material. Yeah, I haven't picked up that either.
Oh, yeah, I remember I bought it, but I haven't tried it yet because I know it's gonna be sad.
Right, yeah. Dark Souls, I think I got to that first dragon on a bridge and then I was just like, nah. Or I think I just killed that dragon. That's right, I finally beat the dragon on the bridge and then I like walked through a door and there was a skeleton that killed me, like just stood like can I draw like if there's a this is the doorway, right? And this is me going through here, and there's like a skeleton stood here, and it's just like, and he kills you when you're here, and I'm just like, well, that's not fun. Like, I just couldn't see him, and I was just so annoyed. I felt like I'd finally beaten this giant dragon, and then like, psych, there's a skeleton behind the door.
Yeah, that sounds
I
like
just
those
thought,
games.
that's just not fun design. I don't know. I haven't encountered that in Elden Ring, to be fair.
I think Elden Ring's a bit more forgiving.
Yeah, I get that impression. Oh, I think we're coming to the. We're
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to finish the villa on
pumping
Halloween.
the brakes. Maybe. I think we're gonna do. No, we're gonna do Jack-o'-lantern, surely.
Yeah.
Surely. I'd like to do. Yeah. Let me just block it out a little bit more. So
Yeah,
do a
speedrun.
window here. Oh, wrong brush. If anyone has any final, urgent, pressing questions, but yeah, don't worry about it because I'm on the Discord.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
God, I still need to do
Link.
Glenn. I still haven't finished Glenn.
Oh, I
'Cause,
thought Glenn was disqualified.
No. Why would they be disqualified? What? Because they're a leaf?
I don't. Yeah, I guess so.
No, that's
I remember
discriminatory.
something about.
No, they're definitely not. They're not top priority. For basically no reason at all. How's the game release timeline looking? How's it looking?
Sorry, Ben, we can't tell you. It's confidential.
It's confidential. We're gearing up to an announcement. I'm not sure when it will be. Thing is, as an indie game, you kind of have to catch the wind in your sails, kind of get a, see what everyone's talking about and stuff, and there's all these things. But I've got a bit more time to work on the game now, and I think I'm glad. I think we were gunning for the, gunning to release around now, and I think just having more time to work on things that and this isn't. I want to dispel also that like they're like, Louis, finish the game, and I'm like, no, I got to add one more. One more thing. I don't think it's not like that. But there's always going to be polish and features that I want to add. I don't think I'm like, there's a lot of things I'm pretty proud. I'm not proud. I'm happy with what I think will be in the final version. I don't think it's going to be like it's not going to be thinned out or anything. But I'm glad to have a bit more time at least. Thought I'd ask the obvious question. That's all right. And yeah, thanks for joining us on this stream. And this is all part of it. I mean, I don't do quite as much art. The stream is always a nice excuse to do a bit of art. Well, I was doing I think I posted the walls. I posted some walls on my Twitter. I don't know if anybody saw that. Because I really wanted to sort out the games like the garden borders, and I just thought they always look really ugly. And I thought I like the idea. Yeah, more rocks.
That's nice.
I like the idea of it sort of the garden feeling a little bit more enclosed, and I think it has that. It really adds a lot to it. I treated myself to that. Stuff like that is what I've been doing lately. And I finally gotten accessibility features as well. I want to work a bit more on that. I've finally gotten key remapping working. It's a little bit janky, but I know a lot of people would check in on that, so I'm happy to announce that should be in the next beta build. But
amazing.
we have the technology. It's super jank. It's super jank, but I'll iron out the details. And if you want to follow that, at From Carrot Cake, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they're all, I think, just had the team of vegetable people list them all out.
Yeah. There's two of art, but
I just realised that in a minute. It's that before. And wish listing the game on Steam, as Caroline says. Go ahead and do that. Thanks for joining us on the stream, guys. The next one will be Halloween. We'll be drawing pumpkins, I think. I think that's the plan. To join us for that. That'll be fun.
Yep.
Bring the holiday spirit.
And stay tuned for the villa completion. I don't know
wherever
it'll end up. If it'll be on Louis' Twitter or in the Discord or in a future stream.
Who knows? That's the magic. That's the magic. All right, guys. Have a great evening, afternoon, morning, night, wherever you might be, and take care. And we will see you in the next stream. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.